everyone, Marlene here with Buffalo Chat Chits. So today I'm going to do a little bit of crafting using this apothecary shop sign I found over at Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to use it as a wooden base. I'm going to paint it all black and I'm going to be gluing my sign on there with the help of these little they are the tumbling tower game pieces, again from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to glue some along the back. So I will have something for this to grip onto. And then I have these two little wood potion bottles. This one says rat poison. And this one says dried frogs, and I'll be gluing these on as well. Now, all of these are from the Dollar Tree. So let me go ahead and start painting this black and getting everything glued together. Okay, so before I painted this black, I thought I'd go ahead and glue the 2 blocks on, and I did a wide popsicle stick back here too, just to give it a little more surface to hold this sign on. I'll glue the sign directly down on that. So I'm going to let that dry real well. I'm using a Gorilla Clear, I don't know what it is. It says Clear Grip Gorilla Glue. It's like a gel, and it's supposed to have a really strong hold. So I'm going to let this dry. I figured it would dry better on here and grip better before it was painted, instead of sometimes I'll paint something, I'll put the glue on, I'll pull the paint right off. So that's what I have, and I'm just going to let that sit up for a while and dry. And then I'll go ahead and paint the base and get the sign glued on. Okay, so I did get the base painted, and I painted it with the paint from Dollar Tree. Acryology, I guess it's called. And I was really surprised because it did cover quite well. I've used some of the paint before from Dollar Tree, and it did not have good coverage. But this seemed to cover in one coat. And be careful because I put it down on wax paper, but I did splash a little bit out here on my counter, and I had a hard time getting it up, so be careful with that. So now I'm just going to let it dry thoroughly before attaching the apothecary sign. Okay, so as you can see, I took my glue and I ran a pretty good size bead of glue all the way down this popsicle stick. And as you can see, it's a real thick gel. Now, my problem with this sign is it's a little bit warped when you look at it. And I need it to set flush to this popsicle stick. So I'm going to go ahead and push it on, apply a little bit of firm thumb power here, get it down, and then I'm going to put something on it to weigh it down, and hopefully it will stay. So let's see what happens. Okay, so while I have the apothecary sign drying, I'm going to go ahead and paint my haunted houses. So I ended up getting 3 of these. I am going to paint one black, one in the purple, and one in the orange. These are all from the Dollar Tree. And then, because all of these are exactly the same, I had bought these little, well, they're like arrows a couple years ago, at Dollar Tree. I'm going to try to make them look a little bit different. So maybe I will glue one on the front here. I don't know exactly yet. Let's see. And maybe I'll glue one here and make it look a little 3D, 2D. And then maybe I'll glue one on this side, just to make them look a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and start painting these, and I will be back to show you what they look like. Okay, so I've got everything on, and it's just drying. I think it's so cute. So I've got my potion bottles on either side, and then I glued a couple of little skulls on. Now you notice there's a raven in here, and I have some ravens in my Halloween stash, and I don't have my Halloween out just yet, but when I get it out, I'm going to go ahead and probably put a raven probably up on top somewhere. But I think it's adorable. So I'm going to let that dry and call this project finished till I get my ravens. Now back to my haunted houses. I still have to paint the purple and the orange. Okay, so I've got the black haunted house done. And there's a little part that I'm going to attach somewhere on here. And I think this is really going to be cute when I get it done. So let me get back to painting. So I did get all the pieces to my haunted house done. Black, the purple, and the orange. So now is going to be the fun part, decorating them. So I just wanted to remind you, or warn you really, this paint, I'm happy that it covers in one coat, but it is so pigmented. It is just, normally I just paint on wax paper over my counter. I've never had a problem with that, but this paint has actually gone right through the wax paper onto the counter. So use a piece of cardboard, put a wax piece of paper over a wooden board or a cardboard or something, because it will go right through to your counter. And I've never had that with an acrylic paint. But anyways, it did cover well. So I'm going to start decorating my haunted houses. Okay, so now I have my haunted houses set up and ready to decorate. I took some of those, well, craft sticks, popsicle sticks, and split them just with a pair of scissors. And I am going to add that to the roof. Here's that other piece. What I'm going to try to do, I don't know if it'll work, I'm going to try to put a couple of these blocks behind it and set it out so it has more of a 3D look. All right, so let me go ahead and get started with this, and I'll check back in and show you my progress. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I've added these pieces on, they're all drying. This will probably paint yellow. This is supposed to look like a boarded up window. And then down here, I just have like steps. And this is that extra piece. Don't have this on yet, but I'm thinking about, I'll probably glue these wooden blocks here and set that there. And I'm hoping that maybe this will stand up on its own, but if not, I'll go ahead and I bought the smaller bases for this, just from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to get a very small paintbrush, And I'm going to mix a light brown with some water. I want it to be like a stain. And I'm just going to go over these wood pieces and just darken them a little bit. Okay, so this is house number 1. I'm letting it dry. And I'll come back and let you know a little bit later on how it's coming out. Okay, so I have all of my pieces on. They're gluing right now. I made a door just out of cutting one of those big craft sticks in half. You know, I'm not worried about the unevenness of this. After all, it's just a rundown, haunted house. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go over this wood with a brown stain, a light brown stain, or an orange stain. So, but anyways, that's what it looks like so far. I'm going to let this dry for a good half hour, and then I will finish this one up. Okay, so I'm decorating my haunted house. I did get the wood lightly stained all around, and right now I'm just going to be gluing some pumpkins on. I found these really cute little pumpkins over at the Dollar General. I really like the colors of them. And I don't know, I have this little mini skeleton. I might cut this off and put him on there. I don't know. I'm just going to mess around. But the black haunted house, I think is really cute. I still have 2 more to do, but I'm going to finish this one up. Okay, so this is haunted house number 2. It is the purple one. I set that extra piece. I've got it glued in the front. I am working on the roof right now. And I'll do a little more decorating on this, and I'll show you how it's coming out. Okay, well, this is what I have so far. Gone ahead and I've put all my craft sticks, popsicle sticks in for the roof lines. And trying to figure out how I want to decorate this one, but I'm going to, I think, put a graveyard on this one by using this box I got at the Dollar Tree quite a while ago. I think I'm just going to glue that right here in the front. And this one probably will not need a stand if I have that box glued there. It should hold it up. And then I can put my little cemetery right out here in the box. So I don't know if I want to use pumpkins on this, spiders. I have a variety of things. So let me go ahead and finish decorating this one. Okay, well, I finished the purple haunted house, and I really cannot wait to show it to you. I think it came out so adorably cute. And I'm going to start working on the third house, which is the orange one. I put that extra piece, that triangular piece in the back. It's gluing. So each one of these houses, even though they are the same cutout, will look a little bit different. So you can see I have black paint all in my hands. So I'm going to work on this one now and get it done. And at the end, I'll put all 3 of them together in a grouping and show you how they came out. So let me get working on the orange haunted house. Okay, so this is what I have so far on the orange house. I'm putting in the roof lines, and I have made, what do you call these? This walkway over your front door. It's not a pergola. You guys know? I don't know. Anyways, I got that in, the steps, it's gluing, and I'll finish this up, and I will come back at the very end and show you the final reveal. Okay, so here's the orange house. I trimmed it in black. It has a little graveyard in front. I trimmed it with spiders and bones. Now let's put all 3 together and see how they look. Well, I really love the way my haunted house has turned out. So the final cost of the 3 houses and the apothecary shop was around $15, which I don't think is so bad. So this is the purple house, trimmed in orange. I made polka dots on the roof line and got pumpkins hung. And then on the peaks of each house, you can't really see the face, but they are cat heads. And so this one on top, the cat head, it kind of reminded me of a cat standing up on the house. And so I had this, I took this off the packaging, you know, just those little mesh things they give you, and made a bow with that. And this one I think is so cute. It's really whimsical, and I just really like the way it turned out. There's my beware sign. I was going to put the cemetery on this one, but instead I did it on the orange house. Okay, so here's the black house. And here I had just stained with paint and water. I had a light brown paint. And I just stained the roof lines, my boarded up window, and my pumpkins. And I got my little skeleton friend right here. And this one here says, keep out. Okay, here is my orange house. This one might be my favorite. So here's a little cemetery in front. I know you can't really see the sign, but it says, I be dead. The little headstone. Got the little skeletons sitting on the edge. Little bones coming out of the cemetery. So this is all trimmed with black, and then I put the bones on the roof line on this one. And then it has spiders. And then here in the doorway, I just hung a little spider down, just dangling. Okay, so here's the apothecary shop sign. This one was actually the most expensive because of all the cutouts, you know, $1.25. The sign was $1.25. This potion bottle, $1.25. And the base was $1.25. But I figure total cost for all of these about $15 is really not a bad deal. Maybe Halloween time, I'll probably slide these houses closer together and run a string of lights in the back. And I think it'll help illuminate it. But I'm really pleased with how it came out. Took me much, much longer than what I thought. I just worked on it in the evenings. Took it about 3 evenings to do it. It was fun, but I'm glad they're done. Like I said, not much of a crafter, but this was a fun little project. So there they are. My haunted houses and my apothecary shop sign with the raven on it. And I do have to make one more of these because I'm making one for me and one for my daughter Sarah. So thanks everybody for watching. And this will probably be the only Halloween craft project I'm doing. I'll start decorating my house probably mid-September for Halloween. And then after Halloween, I'll go back to fall and more Thanksgiving things. All right. Appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you as part of our YouTube family. Alrighty, see you soon. Love you guys. Bye for now.